Okay, good afternoon. Thank you for all the media for coming today. So I believe you all got watched the video, but maybe still a bit confused of what actually Manforce doing. So firstly, we are in the foreign worker industry, but then we are not like those typical agency that, example, if you want a foreign worker, they supply to you and that's all. But for us, we are looking more than that. We are one-stop solutions for our clients from A to Z for all the foreign worker related solutions. Example, their hostel management, the worker welfare management, their permit renewal, their payroll, their medical insurance, and everything. So we provide a one-stop solution for our clients so that our clients can focus on their core business. Example, retail customer, if they have a lot of outlet, they plan have an expansion for this year, we will have a schedule planning with them, each month, which outlet opening, which location, so we will prepare according to their plan as a strategic business partner for the foreign worker segment. Thank you.
Yeah, you keep talking about your customers, your clients. Would you mind to share more about what kind of industries your customers falls under?
Okay, in Malaysia, actually, government got allowed five main sector for the foreign worker recruitment. First, manufacturing, construction, and service sector. Inside the service sector, they got a lot of sub-sector, example like retail, F&B. Okay, so these three is belong to service sector, and then agriculture and plantation. But for Manforce, we are only focused on manufacturing, service sector, and construction. So manufacturing, in short, is a factory. Service sector is like a retail, an F&B, or warehouse. Then construction. This is what we mainly focus, and we only have a business in Peninsular Malaysia, because for East Malaysia there is a different policy of this foreign worker. So we only focus on Peninsular Malaysia. Yeah.
Thank you. Well explained. So I would like to open the floor for questions. Anyone? Yes.
Hi, this is Morgan from Oriental Daily. Just now you mentioned you are focused on the manufacturing, construction, and service line. So could you provide a breakdown in terms of percentage of this industry? Thank you.
Okay. For now, actually, construction for us is a very minimum. We are about more than half, if about is about service sector. Manufacturing about 30 to 40, so the balance is only construction. Actually, for us, we got three sector, but mainly is service sector and manufacturing.
Yeah. So are you charge the different fee for the different sector or the same fee across the sector?
Okay. Actually, for our Malaysian government, they have set the levy for the construction, manufacturing, and service sector are the same. So in this kind of costing, actually, they are the same. But then because for us, we were not charging differentiate by the sector, but it's differentiate by the service that we offer. Example, the customer they request us to provide the hostel management, or is this including the payroll management? So we are differentiate based on the services offer, but not the sector, because the cost from the government is the same.
Understand. So based on my understanding, can I say that foreign labor is your most important asset?
Yes. Yeah.
So are there any limitation on further increasing your foreign workforce, such as government quota restriction or policy from the source country?
Okay. From source country, actually it's okay. Actually, it depends on our government policy. Are we able to apply the quota? For example, actually at 2024, 31st of May, government stop all the arrival for the foreign workers. That time will be a recession. But then in the last year, they already announced the news that we can start to apply until the end of December last year. But then they further extend to end of March for the application. And the good news is, as of now, at early of March, they informed there's no limitation of the time frame to apply the quota. So we definitely work together and follow the government policy for this apply of foreign worker quota. Yeah.
And what's your company foreign labor retention rate and average retention period? Do you have any contract that bind them to maybe to serve a fixed period?
Okay, very good questions. Actually, we are depends on the embassy. Embassy, different country they have a standard for the minimum employment contract. Example, some is 2 years, some is 3 years. So it is a minimum from the employment model set by the embassy. Second is our government. Our government allow a foreign workers able to work in Malaysia for a 10 years plus a 3 years. Why is a plus 3 years? There is the additional our government allow, but then the levy will be higher than the previous 10 years one. So this is the gap that we allow to extend our foreign worker contract, but it depends on how we manage the foreign workers. Their job is 2 years, but then if they are happily served, their welfare is well been treated, definitely they work for longer. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm curious, how much time and cost are involved from the moment when you bring in a foreign worker until they are fully productive and able to generate the revenue?
Okay, from our this, I think you're referring to once when the worker arrive, when we start to have the revenue, correct? So for us, it's our job to help assist our client to getting the quota, then arrange for interview, bring in the workers. So and then we will do the help the workers to issue the bank account, to do the foreign money support checkup. Then they got permit, they're allowed to work. So once they start to work, there's a time that we start to generate revenue. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think a lot of people is ask about, how you bring in the foreign workers. But a lot of times where maybe people also didn't miss out the point where there's a lot of existing foreign workers in Malaysia as well that Manforce has been, managing as well. Is that right?
Yeah. Very good question. Actually, like from 2024, 31st May, since government stopped the new quota, right? We couldn't wait, right? So actually what we do is a lot of employer, they are having foreign workers right now. They also have a difficulty to manage their foreign workers. Those we come in, we not, so means some of our clients actually not from the applying quota that engage us, but then they have faced the difficulty to manage the current foreign workers they already in Malaysia. Example, to help them to apply for the hostel certificate, and then they have an issue on the worker retention rate, and then they have an issue of worker runaway. Those customers also engage us at that time, and I couldn't disclose the customer name, but a few big clients or our top customer actually we start from managing their existing workers, then only turn to a whole group that managed by us, even the new approval. Yeah.
Very well, thank you. Any more questions from the floor? Hi, I'm Young from Bay. Just because according to the prospectus, your most of the process will go towards by increasing the recruitment quota, right? May I know how much more capacity are you targeting after the IPO? So what does it mean to the company? Thanks.
我们那句什么？capacity 还有我们的 bottom line 有没有 limit？
Okay.
Hi, good afternoon everyone. My name is Andrew Chin here. I'm the finance director. So your question is on the IPO process. From the fund raise, how do we expand our capacity on the business expansion? So at Disco in the prospectus, we are raising 30 ringgit million of this gross proceeds, out of which 48%, approximately 14 million, is for the expansion of the additional new recruitment quota, mainly from our customer. What we call is approximately 5,000 new quota, and the additional 1,000 is our existing manual labor quota. So all in all, this approximately 40 million will be expand additional headcount that we are going to manage. That currently we are close to 6,000. So with this additional 6,000, so you can highly likely to see that our expansion plan is really on a high growth segment. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
Hi there, everyone from Cleverstock. Congratulations on the launching of your prospectus. Now, I just want to ask, okay, with everything that's going on right now, geopolitical tensions, oil prices rising and everything, is there any, do you see any supply disruptions in terms of your clients' demand for labor, especially in those cost-sensitive areas, Do you see any trend right now happening where your clients might be, reluctant to bring in more talent or bring in more manpower? And how does this affect you, and how are you trying to diversify your sourcing strategy if this is affecting you?
Okay. I think this is a very hot issue. I think everyone should be affected, but depends on how much be affected. But for us, actually, it's not that significant. Why? Because the government stopped the new arrival start from 2024 May. There are about two years that employer are lack of manpower in their industry. So for us, the demand is not they want to grow or what, but then they really need those workers because 2 years there's no any new workers coming in. Yeah, so this is the demand right now, and then we do check with a lot of clients, but then not any have significant affected at this moment. Yeah.
Okay, now just talking a little bit about your IPO post listing. What are your key growth targets that you guys are going to be aiming for, especially within the next 3 to 5 years? Is there any plan to also expand regionally to source from outside of Southeast Asia, or what are your plans post listing?
Sorry.
More about your future plans.
Yeah.
From your IPO.
Oh,
Yeah, thanks. Thank you for your question. So let me just address on that concern. Post-listing, what is our key growth plan, or whether what you want to clarify, do we want to expand regionally? I think on the regional market, I don't see that we will be going out from Malaysia at this moment. So, but post-listing, the growth plan, one of which is more towards the customer base that we will be serving. There are still a lot of good clients that basically are more towards like compliant with ESG. I think from a investment angle is that ESG is still a very hot topic for all the listed co. So having said that, Manforce being the only service provider in the foreign worker industry, I think the listed co are still a lot of area for us to focus on. I'm sure not only that is listed co, those who are eyeing for capital market, they are expanding. They would like to further access to the capital market. I think that is another key customer that we will be identifying also. Okay, one. I hope that I can address some of the questions from one. Thank you, one.
Thank you. Guys, we have a bit of time for maybe a couple more questions. Yeah, the gentleman at the front. Correct.
I'm Thomas from Malaysia News Channel. The first question is, recently the HR Minister, Datuk Ramadan, he proposed that Malaysian employers are allowed to hire foreign workers directly. Perhaps you can share your opinion on that, if the proposal is being enforced.
Okay. For us, the important thing is not who is do the recruitment, but then for us is help our client to manage the foreign workers. So they either the employer they want to directly hire or what is quite depends. But then for our value is once the worker arrive in Malaysia, who are the one to help the employer for take care of the foreign workers. That's why, yeah, for us it's about the management. Yeah.
I think the one important point is how you select the right profile of the foreign workers for that specific industry as well.
Yeah. Please.
A further question is, assuming that the proposal by the HR Minister is being enforced, will it have some effects on the Manforce bottom line?
Okay, I think like our moderator mentioned just now, yes, definitely they can recruit by themselves. This one, we couldn't say either kids will be affected or not, but then this is our 24 years of the 22 years of the experience, because it's not so easy to recruit a Korean worker to the right position. They have a lot of skill that we need to have, so that even they can directly hire, but then either once they recruit the foreign workers, are they productive for them? I think if there's another question. So that for us is definitely we have a skill for them. Yeah, thank you.
Let me explain about the process to bring in the worker. Usually Malaysia employee now currently also they need to recruit direct from the overseas called G2G concept. The middleman is only helping to do some process, but the recruitment, all the recruitment direct from the employer to the worker. Currently also is G2C concept.
Second question is, last year, the Malaysian government imposed something a 10-point framework on foreign recruitment agencies. So I believe that some foreign recruitment agencies are not very happy about it. And what's your view on it? And also if there's any effects on Manforce.
But this about this new actually it's not so true. I mean, it's new from the outside, but actually the main government is not accept of this. This is called rumors, and also people will be trying for syndicate supply, but Malaysia government is not allowed. This one not implemented at all.
Yeah.
Thank you. The last question is, what's the market share of Manforce in foreign workers recruitment?
Less than 0.3 only. 0.3.
As far as Manforce market share, that is what also being stipulated in the prospectus. Technically, is that because we are just managing currently 6,000 workers. So as what reported in the official, the total register from worker in Malaysia is approximately 2.1 million from workers. So if you count by percentage, we are just 0.3% on that range. I think it's still there's a huge room for us because a lot of even my principal advisor said meaning to say that we are just a small player in that huge market. Although like just now my colleague Cheng Gan mentioned, technically yes, there's a lot of foreign workers in 5 main sectors, but we are mostly in manufacturing, services and construction. So that's where the huge opportunity lying ahead for Manforce Group. As what I mentioned just now, one question is that where is the key growth sector where we are eyeing on? I think that is where as part of this transfer exercise from lead to ace, this is where the growth potential is lying ahead. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.